Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Shady here, and we're here for our team builder section of week 1 of the PPA Institute season 1. This week we're going up against the Carolina Hacks Gods and Cats Rule. It's been a while since I played in the draft league format, but hopefully everything goes well here. I'm not really going to go into too much information about drafts. I assume if you're here, you know what's going on. I didn't do a draft analysis or anything like that. I'm not really too interested in that. However, I will be going over what we have. We got the Garchomp, we got Clefable, Scizor, Galarian Zapdos, Raikou, Tangrowth, Mandibuzz, Hitmontop, Mega Blastoise, and Kangaskhan. Of course, actually happens to be to the right on the dock. We have Landorus T, Victini, Sylveon, Mega Aggron, Terrakion, Vikavolt, Serena, Porygon 2, Alolan Persian, Quillfish, Cryogonal, and Wartortle. Now, there are no Zmons here, and there's no Gigantamax. This is played in the Sword and Shield metagame now. So, with that being said, this is kind of how we stack up against this team, right? So, right here, we got, first off, I decided to bring the Galarian Zapdos. I thought it looked incredible against their team. I thought our dual stabs was really good. I really was tossing up a lot of stabs with this Galarian Zapdos. I thought that just a dual stab U-turn taunt set could be nice. And then I was thinking about a Choice Bandit set. And then I eventually stumbled upon it getting Throat Chop. I did see that it gets Throat Chop, so I decided running that for the Sylveon as a lure, just scouting early before that to see if he gets Moonblast would be nice. And then if we get the Throat Chop, we pretty much get off a very, very free bulk up against his team. And he can't even switch in like Landorus T to intimidate me. He can't switch in pretty much anything against me right now to take a hit. So if I can get some good bulk ups, the only thing that's really stopping me is the Terrakion, to be honest. And then next up, we got our Garchomp here. I also fumbled around with these sets. Really, I just thought that rocks would be very important against this team. I know that there is heavy duty boots that can be done here, but I thought that rocks was still very important, especially considering I think I could get a good knockoff on the Victini and the Vikavolt later in the game. I thought that rocks would just be very important, especially for chip for that Galarian Zapdos, just to put in all the work here on the team. And so we had an Earthquake, Scale Shot, Sword Stance, and Stealth Rock set. Originally I had an Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Toxic Stealth Rock set, but eventually just decided that to get an SD and Scale Shots against his team, he doesn't have a lot of switches outside of Landorus T. I have the Yache Berry as lure for the Victini because I do think it'll be carrying Icy Wind for me. So that's kind of why I decided to bring that. I think Rocks is just very important to bring against it. Next, we got a Fizdef Tangrowth, just meant to help deal with some of his physical attackers on the team, Landorus, Terrakion, whatever it may be. Giga Drain, Earthquake, Knockoff, and Leech Seed. I tossed around the last move between Leech Seed and Sleep Powder, but I think that Leech Seed would just help with chipping out his team a lot more. Knockoff, hopefully on the Victini or the Vikavolt, trying to switch in would be amazing. Like I said, I do think that there's a good chance that either one of those could be bringing heavy duty boots. So getting that was off and making those rocks really hurt his team or her team, I actually don't know, hurt their team would be very good. And I guess we got a Scizor here, just Aqua Berry to help deal with that Sylveon, because Calm Mind Sylveon is very, very scary for my team. I do think it has a 5 move slot syndrome if it does sure bring Calm Mind, because I think Hyper Voice, Calm Mind, Wish, Protect, and Mystical Fire, 5 moves. That is needed on it, so I mean, maybe they don't bring Protect and then Wish is hard to get off, or they don't bring Mystical Fire and then my Scizor can take it on a little bit easier. But yeah, just a Defogger gives me Roost, just kind of there to help stop that Sylveon. Next we got our Mega Blastoise here, just meant just kind of be on the team. I thought it would help take some hits. Water Pulse, Flash Cannon, Flip Turn, and Roar. I think a Flip Turn is going to be amazing for getting initiative on the team, getting out my Scizor, or not my Scizor, my Galarian Zapdos safely, getting my Mega Blastoise, by getting in my Zapdos or getting in my Garchomp safely. I think that could be really, really nice. And then lastly, our Clefable, just Spadef, meant to help take some of the Spadef pressure off of my team. Especially with that Vikavolt. Vikavolt is very scary. Just Flamethrower, Wish, Toxic, Protect. It's a Spadef wall. some things I am looking out here for. Lander's T, if we can get an Intimidate onto our Galarian Zapdos, or if it defogs on our Galarian Zapdos, whatever. I mean, just giving us a Defiant boost would be crazy. Calm Mind Sylveon, thought to be careful for that. Victini, gotta scout kind of what its set's gonna be like, and Triple Axel Serena. Very, very scary. Our Scizor spread specifically, it 2 KOs a max defense Sylveon after leftovers after it takes Stealth Rock ships from full. Our Clefable is Unaware Toxic as backup for Sylveon, for Vikavolt, for Porygon 2. I think Toxic could be very important. And yeah, and our Mega Blastoise is just outpaces our 20 speed Mandibuzz. The only Pokemon I consider bringing on this team other than 6 is Raikou. But I think overall this is a good 6 to bring. Anyways, I will see you guys in the battle. Okay, we are here with the battle versus Cat. So, let's see what they bring. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, I need to mute this tab. Alright, one sec. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, we'll see here. We see TERRAKION, Landers, Vikavolt, Quillfish, Mega Aggron, and Victini. No Sylveon. That is absolutely crazy that there's no Sylveon. That is crazy. So one moment, let me plug this in where we need to plug it into the chat. I don't see a oh yeah, I do. There we go. And then where's the sorry, I'm having to find where the okay, so let's see here. I'm going to mute spectators though. Ignore spectators. Okay. So no Sylveon. That is absolutely crazy. So here I see we just lead. I mean, the only problem is he leads Quillfish. I think Garchomp is a good lead against anything on his team. He's gonna lead Victini. I think he's scared. Oh wow, I never actually pasted my team into Showdown. So one sec, into the damage calc. So let me do that real quick, and then where's only show imported sets? No, it's fine. So I mean, no, he knows he doesn't live here. I think rocks are very frigates. Okay, we actually outspeed. He's gonna glaciate here. We're gonna okay. So he did 49%. Because I need to see what kind of Victini spread this is against me right now. For him to glaciate to have done 50 after rocks, it sucks because he does outspeed me now, so I do have to actually swap. But I mean, for it to have done 50, that has to be a special Victini, right? And outsped too, so he's not scarfed. Modest or maybe specs. But we do have to swap out here. We're gonna go Clefable because we know he's special. He's gonna glaciate again. He's gonna do 15% here. I mean, maybe we can get more info on this set here, depending on. Glaciate should have done 15. I want to say he specs, dude. I think he timid specs, which makes those rocks really hard for him to deal with. These timid specs. Nah, it can be specs. Maybe like ice glasses. Anyway, we're gonna see him go into maybe Mega Aggron here. I want to make a double out here. What he goes Aggron maybe. We're gonna go back into Garchomp here. I think that's the play. Go back into Garchomp. I mean, I think he goes Aggron or he goes into Quillfish. I'm gonna go back into Garchomp here. I don't see him staying in. So okay, what does he do here? He's gonna blue flare me. Okay. We outspeed here. We know we outspeed, and we can just take out this Victini here. We're gonna Earthquake here. Okay, so we know this isn't scarfed. We have to watch for. Okay, Landers T's gonna come in here. That's fine. Everyone goes Galar Zapdos here. I'm gonna go Galar Zapdos. If he defogs, it's wonderful. He's gonna set up his rocks though. I don't know if we just bulk up here. Do we just win? Yeah, double intimidators here. What if I just bulk up here and I just try to go for the win? I go into Zalor Gapdos here against his Landers T. I mean, if I try to, because he can't defog here. I mean, I don't know what he does here. I really wanted to try to. I'm try to bulk up here. Good knock, that's fine. If he's not toxic, then probably. Okay, that knockoff damage showed me that he is likely to 14%. +1 defense. That's an offensive one. So at +2, we might just be able to sweep this team here. We're gonna bulk up one more time. As he turns out, what is he gonna do? Do we just win here? I don't see what he does. He can't go into Quillfish. He can't go back into Lando. Scarf TERRAKION is like his only win. Maybe Vikavolt. Maybe if he Scarf Vikavolt. But if we see Vikavolt come in and it takes rocks damages, you know it's not Scarfed. We might just win the game here. It might just be game. He can't go Quillfish unless he's not Intimidate. But if he's not Intimidate, I think he's tied to +2 Brave Bird. His only chance might be like Scarf TERRAKION. I think we might just win here. He's gonna go Quillfish. Is he Intimidate? No, he's not Intimidate. Okay. Is he gonna be Scarf Quillfish? Is Quillfish even? Brave Bird just should kill. I don't see him. I'm just gonna go for the Brave Bird here, see what happens. Yeah, he's gonna pick up the KO. Rocky Helmet. Poison Point? Well, I get the Poison Point off. That actually really sucks. Wow, that sucks. Poison Point's gonna hurt. Sucks is we didn't need the Throat Chop, so I could have ran Roost, and if I had ran Roost over Throat Chop, probably could have won the game. Here. So what are we gonna do here? I can only take one more turn of poison, I think. So basically, I get 2 Mons, because I think anything dies to 2 close combats, right? Maybe not Lando. So maybe I only claim 1 more. I think it's just worth the sack here, unfortunately. I suck to have to lose this. Rocky Helmet and Poison Point. I wish I was running Roost instead of Throat Chop. But that's crazy that he didn't bring Sylveon in my eyes. Now goes Quillfish. You have to pick 1 more sack. I think no matter what, I'd Brave Bird. The only problem is they might try to double. But I think even if they go Lando, I think they die to close combat if they try to go into it. Because we definitely know he's offensive. So we'll be like +3. Close combat's killing after rocks. Right? Yeah, close combat's killing after rocks. If he tries to go into it right now. Victini probably drops if he goes into it. Because I'll only be +2 then. Maybe not. I really want to just try to close combat into his team, but okay. Let's see here. So depending on what he sacks here, he might try to make a double. That's what I'm afraid of, and then I'm gonna have to try to predict that double. He's gonna go Lando here, but we're Defiant. Like I said, close combat should be able to pick up the KO here now that we're +3 against this Landers. Defensive. I mean, the most it could be is like max HP. We should be able to pick up the KO here. My thing is, if they go into Lando here, thinking that, because them going to Lando here makes me think that they didn't think about Defiant and Intimidate, which means that they really just brought Poison Point Quillfish for like almost no reason, just for the Poison Point. Like they weren't thinking about avoiding intimidating this thing. But I should just be able to CC here and pick up the KO, right? Doesn't do more than Throat Chop, so we're gonna try to CC here. Yeah. He's Rocky Helmet on that too. Wow. Double Rocky Helmet. So I see Victini coming in here. We're gonna try to go into Scizor. Okay, he's gonna go TERRAKION. That's good. That's good for us. He justified. I'm gonna just go for Defog here. I don't think I want these rocks up. Yeah, I think I want Defog. I'm gonna CC here. We're gonna eat it. Feed it 57% essentially to my Scizor. Versus TERRAKION 57% with a close combat. Wow. Oh, that's Life Orb. So maybe that was a low roll. Maybe it's a little bit more defensive. But at -1, this Bullet Punch is only picking to KO. So we're just gonna click it. We're gonna click Bullet Punch here. Got rocks off the field. What happens? What is best case scenario here? Better we try to save this. Predicting a swap. Like going. I think just the best bet's going for Bullet Punch here. Could have gone Tangrowth. I think there's a good chance he goes Victini here. Also, I keep saying he. Yeah. Oh, man. So we just go into Clefable here, I think, for free. That or we go into Blastoise? Oh, we just get off a flip turn? Is Blastoise eating this? I really want to go into Blastoise here. Wow. I really want to go into Blastoise and just try to pick up KO. Against Victini. Are we eating this? Like Thunderbolt? Not the Pikachu Z move. Thunderbolt. Like, I don't know. Let's just say maybe he's modest for some reason. That might be a better calc. Barely. But I'm cool with that. I think I like that initiative. So we're gonna try to go Blastoise here and try to get off the Bolt flip turn. Okay. So losing Galar Zapdos kind of sucks. Well, he's actually Thunder. Okay, so he's gonna do 60 with the Thunder. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but even not really. Thunder's gonna do 60, so yeah, he's like maybe a modest set then. And if I Mega Evolve here, he's still gonna die. Still gonna take 55. Okay, fuck it, we're gonna go Clefable then. That sucks that he's running Thunder. And he's gonna U-turn. Fuck, dude, I wish I flip turned. Okay. We're just gonna go into. We're gonna go into our Blastoise here. I could have threw up a Wish, I think, as well. To get the burn. If we flip turn, what do we do? Because then we have to swap out. I think we might just sack and then go for a free. And just set up rocks, maybe. I don't know what our win con is now. But we do have to chip this down no matter what. Okay, he's going to go into Vikavolt. Really wish I flip turned, but we're just going to Water Pulse into it. We have to take 34, and we're going to get the Confusion. Okay. Vikavolt. There's a good chance we might outspeed this thing as well. We get a flip turn off. I really don't even need Mega Aggron, to be honest, at this point. It's just so weak. It's just really another sack. If I flip turn here, I can go into Clefable, I guess. So we're going to try to flip turn, and we're going to see what happens. Right? Flip turn. We're going to flip turn. Because we're going to see what the speed looks like. We are going to outspeed, so that is good to know. And We're just gonna go into our. I think might as well keep the Fable healthy because it does beat the Victini 1v1. At least I think it should. Versus, let me see. Does Clefable beat Victini 1v1? I imagine it does. A modest blue flare set. Blue flare versus Clefable. Yeah, I should beat Clefable. So we are just going to sack. Chop outspeeds this. Chomp is really good. So we're just gonna try to keep Chomp around. I think sacking Scizor is fine. And he's gonna hit himself in confusion. Okay. We know we outspeed here. At least I think we do. Vikavolt versus our Scizor. Can we just reach up here? Maybe not. Let me see. Do we outspeed? You're 202. We're 171. There's a chance we don't. I'm U-turn. You're gonna stay in. So no, we just sack off Blastoise. He's gonna roost up. We're gonna sack this. We're gonna Water Pulse. Please just kill me. God damn it. Okay, we're gonna Water Pulse again. Is he just gonna roar? We don't want this thing in. I don't like facing this with anything on my team right now. So we're gonna roar. He's gonna get Mega Aggron in. And we're just gonna go into. Do we go Guard Jump? How much did Tango take for the Mega Aggron? Flamethrower. Wow, I don't know what really to do here. Man. I think I'm fine to go Tango here. We're gonna seed. Go Vikavolt. We're gonna lead seed up. And just go into our Clefable here. The Bug Buzzes. We're gonna throw out a Flamethrower against him. Right? I think Flamethrower is the play. I don't think there's any way he stays in. Okay, we're actually gonna speed this too. And we'll switch out. Going to what? Probably Aggron. Man, this is gonna be a hard thing to win. I don't know how I win this with his Roost Recovery here. So I think what the best option for me to do here, because Garchomp, if I can get a Skill Shot off and I just win, depending on how much chip I can get into that Mega Aggron. If I can get a Skill Shot off, then I think I can win with Mega Aggron here. How much does it do? Okay, so this thing took 34%. Vikavolt took 34 from my Clefable's Flamethrower. So this might be our out here, 34%. That's a very SpDef Vikavolt, meaning that if I go into my Garchomp here against it, Skill Shot's doing that much. So if I can get to like around 40%, which, where's it at right now? 42. Which HP exactly? I can't do obviously. But if it's at 42%, Skill Shot's about 25% chance to KO. So not good enough. Have we seen leftovers on this? I don't think we've seen any item on it. Alright, we're gonna protect and scout what he wants to do. Maybe he doesn't have any steel coverage. I doubt it though. His rocker was Landorus, so we don't have to worry about him setting those up right now. And then I have to figure out how much damage I need on this Mega Aggron to for Garchomp to be able to take it out. Which is gonna be a lot. I need a lot of damage on that Garchomp. Or I mean on this Aggron. Take it out. We're gonna protect and scout. He's gonna go Victini. I'm gonna Toxic here. Might just be able to Toxic Solid this 15 right now. Okay. Oh, we got burned. That sucks, actually. That really sucks. That counters my leftovers here. Okay, we're gonna toss up a Wish here. He's gonna go to TERRAKION. Toss up the Wish. We're just gonna protect. If he SDs here, I think we sack Tangrowth. I don't know, it's gonna take Scizor and Tangrowth to take it down. I'll have to figure out which one I want to sack, which I think it will probably be Tangrowth. Because Tangrowth really is here for the TERRAKION. Tangrowth also beats Aggron if Aggron has a Steel move. So I might have to sack Scizor. I think that's the play. I sack Scizor so that Tangrowth can finish. So we're gonna protect here. Gonna Poison Jab me. And now what? I want to say Scarf, to be honest. I mean, we can delete a Scarf hit from this TERRAKION, right? I don't remember. I just know he wasn't Life Orb. Versus my Tangrowth. How much is Poison Jab doing? Doing like 20. I should be able to eat one, man. I'm going to Mega Aggron here. I'm going to seed up. Seed up here. I'm going to go to Vikavolt. We're going to lead seed. Should roost here. Guys, knock. We might outspeed this Vikavolt. Chances are maybe not, though. I do need this, though. Oh, my Garchomps are win con. I can't sack it yet. Not really sack. I can't risk it like that. They'll probably roost up with Scizor here. And it's going to be a very hard game to win here. He's gonna Bug Buzz here, so I'm glad I didn't go Chomp. And we outspeed this. Wow, he might have just choked the game by not roosting this up. We're gonna Flamethrower into him. He goes Terrak, that's fine. We can go into Aggron here. I think they might have choked by not roosting up Vikavolt there. And all we do next time is we try to, if we can get a Vikavolt, a sack and a Garchomp in Vikavolt. I want to protect. I need a Scout for the Steel move. He's gonna Heavy Slam, okay. It's very free into Tangrowth here. Okay, so our win con here is, I think, is definitely Garchomp. Garchomp, if we can get a Scale Shot off, and we get some chip into this Aggron. We did 27 with this to Aggron with our Clefable, right? So 27 to an Aggron. What are we looking at right now? The high roll, or just not completely SpDef, like maybe it has like 100 physical defense investment. But then it'd be like 152, which would make that roll average. So, and then we go into Garchomp, and then we're doing like 35. So I do definitely need this chip down a bit more. EQ's very free. That or a knockoff, or Leech Seed. Man, I really don't want to let that Vikavolt in. That's the problem. I can't let that Vikavolt get in here. I can't let that Vikavolt come in here. We're gonna knock. Fuck me, and it did 47? Wow, that is crazy damage there. Can't sack Tangrowth here. This is where sack Scizor. That or we EQ here. If we EQ into this Aggron right now with Tangrowth, then what did Doc News 7? Okay, I think we might have just gotten a high roll, so I think it is a completely SpDef. So I think we're just getting some lucky high rolls, or it's just not like completely bulky, like maybe it doesn't have full HP investment. But EQ is not doing shit to it. So I think we do sack Scizor here. Because if we sack Scizor, go into Clefable. That. And then we Flamethrower. Flamethrower brings it into... How much did Flamethrower do? Flamethrower did 27. So if we Flamethrower here, then 27 brings it down to 22%. EQ will do about 14, so it'll be at 8%. Then how much is Garchomp doing? With it should be able to kill the skill shot, and then at that point we just win. So I think that's our play. I think we're gonna sack here and EQ. I think that's our play. We EQ here. Then go Clefable and Flamethrower. That, or we just live a... Do we just live a Heavy Slam from this? With Clefable? I doubt it. Man, as much as I love Clefable, I don't think we live one. Yeah, because we're not physically defensive. Man. Oh, we sack Scizor here, and then go into Clefable. That wouldn't be enough damage, though. That's the problem. So we're just going to EQ here. Okay. They're going to Ice Punch, and they're not going to pick up the KO. And they're going to lose damage to the Rocky Helmet. That's fine. Kill us here. Oh, man, I choked the game there. I choked. I Giga Drained. Or did something. I Leech Seeded. I Leech Seeded so he wouldn't die. That was a mistake. That was a misplay. Okay. What do we do now? That was a misplay. So what I should have done there was I should have Leech Seeded so that he killed me with Ice Punch. He lived, and then we can Skill Shot. So I just choked there. I forgot about the Rocky Helmet damage that just happened. So now we go into... We're going to Scizor. The only problem is he goes Victini. Would he go Victini here? I think he just goes Terrak. I think Terrak is just what he goes into here. So we have to go Scizor. Yeah, he goes Terrakion. And then do a Bullet Punch or do a U-turn? I think he just goes Victini every single time. I think Victini is just so free. And so he would U-turn. And... Okay, let me think. If we Bullet Punch here, he goes Victini. Then we just Bullet Punch again, and then we can get a Skill Shot off and win. I don't know if they think Scarf. If they think Scarf, we pretty much just lose too. That's something we have to consider, I think, as well. I mean, even if I BP here, I don't kill. But then we put it in like Flamethrower range, maybe. But he also might be Scarfed. I think our best play is to... If he U-turns here... I think there's a Bullet Punch. How much did we do? I know we did Bullet Punch before. Bullet Punch. Did 13 to Victini, so we'd be doing 26. That would knock it down to 26 plus like 18, 44 from 81. We'd be at 30 something, so we definitely kill the Skill Shot at that point. I'm gonna Bullet Punch here. I think that's the better play. He's Weakness Policy, so he wasn't Scarfed. Oh man. If we can just take out the Terrakion and we win game. Clefable's unaware. Can Clefable use a Poison Jab? I think that's our only way of winning. Clefable is Poison Jab. But even then, Flamethrower doesn't kill. Right? Flamethrower doesn't kill Terrakion. No. So we'd have the Toxic. It would do 6. And then we'd have to Protect. Then it would do 12. Then we'd have to get another Protect off. I think it's the best play. So I think we leave a Poison Jab here. We do We're gonna toxic here. We're gonna protect here. It sucks if we weren't burned, we might have been able to win this game. Oh, we win though! Because we just stack here. Oh, we got the protect off because we're goated. Because, yeah, because we win. Yeah! Alright, now we just stack this. He goes into this. We earthquake. Oh, it's shotgun! No way! Wow! Okay. This was just none of the sets I was expecting. That's just really what threw me off this game, man. Oh, man. Okay. So let's look into this match, man. Let's look into this match. So, I think really where we messed up is, I mean, we lost Galler's Aptos early. Had we had Galler's Aptos the entire game, I think we could have won it. I mean, we definitely could have won it, dude. I think I just I just went for it too early. I didn't. Oh, man, that Quillfish getting the poison point. Quillfish getting the poison point sucked, man. Because they won game there, right? I mean, no, I guess TERRAKION, but I mean, still, he wouldn't have been able to go Lando. Poison point definitely sucked there. And then there's that end game right here with, oh man, with, what would it be? Where was it? It would have been right about, man, right here. So, I'm considering U-turn. Had I U-turned, that wouldn't have been the right play, though. Had I U-turned, that wouldn't have been the right play. That or like I sack Clefable so that Bullet Punch would kill. In which case, if Bullet Punch, then you would have had to swap to Victini. I would have gotten the second Bullet Punch off, and then maybe I could have skill shotted. I was just afraid he was Scarf. So I think what lost me the game here is I should have actually sacked Clefable. Clefable should have sacked, because he would have CC'd in the Poison Jab. And then I could have gone into Sizzler, and then I would have killed the Bullet Punch, but he would have been swapped out into Victini. And then I would have been able to Bullet Punch again. And then after Toxic twice, I would have been able to Skill Shot. But really the biggest choke, now that I think about it, was here, man. See, what should have happened was I knocked, he Flamethrower, then he, I think, Ice Punched this play on the EQ. And then he didn't kill. And see, this is what I forgot about. Had I lead seeded, he wouldn't have died to Rocky Helmet, and then I could have gotten the skill shot off and I would have won the game. Well, no, I wouldn't have won the game, because Victini was Shucka. He would have gone to the Victini, and then he would have caught me off with the Shucka lure. And then from there, it would have been the Fable at 89%, having to, I don't know, man. It would have had to turn into Clefable stalling out Victini, which I could have done. Wish Protect. I outsped Vikavolt and killed with a Flamethrower. This thing would have been dead with a Skill Shot. And then just would have been TERRAKION. Which I could have, I guess, he would have gone TERRAKION first, though. He would have gone TERRAKION and Poison Jabbed. I would have had to have Toxic. Yeah, I think the misplay was just. I think the misplay was just the Bullet Punch play. Oh man, that sucks. GG though. GG to our opponent. So we're gonna start off this league 0-1. I haven't played draft in almost 2 years now. And so it definitely was a tough loss. I think they just brought a bunch of sets I was not expecting. Definitely was buffing that Scarf TERRAKION very well. I thought it was Scarfed. But Volt was definitely different. Definitely hard to break through that Quillfish, getting the poison point off. Very annoying. That was SwSh. That's crazy. And then me just jumping the gun with Mega, or with Galarian Zapdos. But anyways, that's gonna be GG to our opponent. If they do have any social media links, any YouTube, whatever, I'll put it down in the description below. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this. We will see y'all next week. I don't remember who we play, but we'll see y'all next week with our week 2 battle. And anyways, if you guys are seeing this on TikTok, make sure to drop a follow. Let me know what you think I could have done differently this game. And that's going to be the end of it. Thank you guys. Peace. Okay, here we are with the post kind of playback. I kind of want to show now I have my thoughts gathered, because obviously after the game, it's kind of hard for me to put my thoughts together as to what kind of happened in the game and what I kind of think could have gone better. Now, I think point one I really want to make here wasn't really something I could have done better. I think it was more so just something unfortunate that did happen, is me getting the poison point onto my Galarian Zapdos here. Because obviously I go into Galarian Zapdos thinking that the defog happening here. Doesn't happen. I decided to go for a bulk up, and that was revealed that it doesn't have toxic. That was probably my biggest fear, trying to set up this early with this. And he just doesn't have it. And so obviously he goes into Quillfish, and then you get Rocky Helmet chipped, I get poison pointed, and I have to take 12 points. I would have had 36 HP. And then I obviously get the Brave Bird up here. I click the close combat off, and he's Rocky Helmet. So I take 17 from Rocky Helmet, but I really should have had 12 more. And so then I would have been at 19. And then obviously I wouldn't have had any damage done. At that point, I might have just swept, because Victini, as we saw, was not scarfed. We're +3 against the Victini. I mean, it wasn't boots, sorry. So obviously Victini, +3 against my Zapdos. Galarian, +3, +3, +3. Right here. Brave Bird would have been able to pick up. Probably not. Would I have risked it? I think after rocks. Let's see. I would have checked this calc right here. Clicked rocks. Would have checked close combat. And I would have saw that it didn't pick up the KO. Oh, because it's heavy duty boots. Duh. I would have saw that it wasn't heavy duty boots. Check the calc. And I would have saw that it was a 56. Probably wouldn't have gone for it. I probably would have Brave Birded, to be honest. I actually still have this game up. Oh, yeah, I still have that game up. So I would have Brave Birded. Down would have gone Victini. Aggron would have died to close combat. Vikavolt. I don't know if it was, whatever it's called, if it was boots or not. But assuming if he wasn't, I would have assumed he was max HP Vikavolt, which, I mean, would have been right. So if he was boots, then I would have had to close or Brave Bird there. If he was not boots, then I would have gone for the close combat. And if he, so he probably wouldn't have gone Vikavolt then. If he wasn't. So if he was boots Vikavolt, then I would have had the Brave Bird, and then he could go track. I guess he could have gone TERRAKION as well. And then, but TERRAKION didn't kill with anything, I don't think. At +1, if I was at, what would I have been at? I think I just said I was like at 28%. Yeah, he would have been able to kill. Or would we just swapped? I would have swapped it. And saved this. Because it would have dealt with the Mega Aggron, would have dealt with the Vikavolt, and then it could have dealt with Victini. I figured out it wasn't scarfed. So, which I'd already known it wasn't scarfed. I would have kept it around for the speed time. So, getting that poison point definitely sucked. And then next up here would have been the, let's see here. Next up with definitely the Mega Aggron play here. Had I, what the plan was, I should have let this Tingles go down to Mega Aggron and just left it on a sliver. However, I did end up forgetting about my own Rocky helmet, which is what cost me here. Because what I should have done is I leech seeded, and then it wouldn't have mattered, because I would have been dead, and he wouldn't have taken any health, and he would have been on like a sliver. He would have been, although he would have been in scale shot range of Garchomp. So then I scale shot there, pick up the KO, make it Aggron. From there, he would have been forced to go into Victini, and then EQ plus toxic damage would have allowed Scizor to pick up the KO. Or not pick up the KO, but it would have allowed the damage to be done. Actually, would it have been killed? I went to EQ later in the game, dude. We know that he's not rocks, or we know that he would have took rocks damage. So he would have taken. Oh no, he lived. So he lived, but then he would have been in bullet punch range. And so after bullet punch range, I kill Victini with bullet punch, and then he goes into TERRAKION. The bullet punch thing happens again, and he just kills me with close combat. And then I go into Clefable. As we saw, Clefable beat TERRAKION, and then it outsped and killed Fickable with the Flamethrower. So I would have won there had I thought about my Rocky helmet and conserved it better. That's about it. I mean, he's played Scarf TERRAKION well, and that's why I made that bullet punch play there. Had I known he was weakness policy, I don't think there's anything else I could have done, to be honest. And had I kept rocks up, I would have known that the Victini wasn't heavy duty boots, and then I would have probably assumed Shucka Berry, or at least have been more aware and thought about it more. But I think just really the Tangrowth play and getting poisoned definitely lost me that game. But anyways, we'll be back for week 2 later next week, and hopefully we can bounce back with a win.